Elections, so the common wisdom goes, are won by smart political positioning, uniting figures and enthusiastic doorstep activists.Debate performances that change the dial, soaring speeches that speak to a country yearning for inspiration, the public coming together behind that single candidate who, well, yes, we may have to revisit that, for despite the fact that somebody will come out of today's election a winner, it hasn't been a campaign laden with highlights. Perhaps this should come as no surprise. After all, it took 3 attempts for the Labour Party to even agree to hold a ballot, a rare example of an opposition voting to keep the government in power. He's always been unconventional, that Jezza.The Tories didn't have much of a crackerjack start, either. Reporting on Boris' friendship with tech entrepreneur Jennifer Arcuri was a boon for media lawyers but not for the party.Tory front and backbenchers queued up at TV studios to put their feet in their mouths, with an accuracy and force only matched by Labour's prospective candidates, many of whom appear to have tweeted as many inflammatory things in their past as appeared in Boris Johnson's Spectator columns. Score draw, really.But after a low-key start, the campaign finally got going and delivered all the thrills and spills one has come to expect when politicians meet the public for extended periods of time. Some Extinction Rebellion activists glued themselves to the electric, Liberal Democrat bus, an event which included a grown man in a full-size B costume rebuking leader Jo Swinson and her PR advisor for being so patronising. The enthusiastic Jo also spent one day being forced to deny she enjoyed shooting squirrels, she doesn't, and then had her manifesto launch blown up by Prince Andrew, who stepped back from royal duties after doing his bit for the nation's struggling mid-market casual dining sector. Not the best of luck. Boris sang the wheels on the bus go round and round, but this time it didn't have any contentious numbers on the side. He drove a bulldozer through a wall. He delivered some milk. He helped out at a fish market. He temporarily relocated a journalist's phone. He hid in a fridge while one of his advisors told a journalist to F off, though if you'd been living on Premier and coffee and Freddo bars for 6 weeks, you'd be a bit cranky, too. Boris kept saying Britain will definitely be able to negotiate one of the most contentious and comprehensive trade deals ever contemplated by the end of 2020, despite the fact it's taken us 3.5 years to even work out what we wanted in the first place. That Johnson, he's a laugh. A minute. All the party leaders took turns pouring pints, Johnson and Swinson performing a fine job, Corbyn producing a sort of foamy mess. Nigel Farage was reported to have poured a perfect pint but nobody could get a photo of it before. For more on this story, visit the news article link.